So the software is pretty self-explanatory. Click start and scroll down to the S section. Then click Sumit Speak. Once you click on it, it will show up in the system tray. Right click and click settings, and first of all change the color settings over here. Auto text, this is what this does is if you say PPT, that will be changed to PowerPoint, or if you say ASAP, that will be changed to as soon as possible. Dictation, if you're sure of what you're saying and you want the speech to text to work verbatim, I mean whatever you're saying that will show up on screen, then select as spoken, exactly what you said word for word. On the other hand, if your speech contains any mistakes, grammatical mistakes, poor choice of words, then you can select cleaned up. Then what you're saying will be cleaned up before getting displayed on the screen. Hotkeys, uh, what keys should you press to activate the tool? So for example, I've selected left control plus Windows key. If you want to change that, you can press left click on this and hold it, and then let's say I'll press F. So now when I press F, the tool will activate. So if I click on it again, click and leave. No, sorry, I didn't mean to say click and hold. Click and release, and then I want to use two keys, control and the Windows key. So I press both of them, and now whenever I press the left control and the Windows key, the tool will activate. Audio, what tool will be used for recording your audio, plus with which tool you can hear audio. Output, when you type something, will it be shown in a text box or an address bar or a notepad, or will it just be stored in a clipboard? And then when you press Ctrl V, the content will be pasted. So usually it should be in type into the active application. Models, do not touch this part. From time to time, whenever there are better models, I will push that via the GitHub server to your software, and it will be updated automatically. So rest assured that you'll always have the latest and the most optimized voice model for your use. There are two voice models. There are two models, one for doing the translation piece and the other for fixing the grammar. And then if you have any suggestions for this, you can write me a message. So for example, if I type this is good stuff, and if I click on send, and if I open up my Gmail, notice I got an email, and this is good stuff. So I can respond to this message, and when I respond to this message, it will show up in this section itself. So you can have a live communication with me via this software itself. Okay, so that's it. Let me also show you how this works. Now that I have selected left control plus Windows key, so if I open up a notepad and if I say something, hola hola amigo, what's up, how are you doing this morning? Okay, so this is especially useful when you're typing long letters. For example, if I go here and let's say I want to read this entire piece, let's say I'll read from here. I'll read this entire part. Okay, in fact I'll read this entire part, and the longer you read, it takes more time to show it on the screen, so you'll see a good example of that now. Recognition of spoken symbols underscore dot at sign hyphen forward slash backslash dictating settings underscore window dot py now types instead of the word themselves, fixes file names, URLs and emails read aloud. A writing cleanup style pass optimized narration on the models tab now rewords genuinely garbled or unclear sentences, not just grammar and punctuation. Now since this was a bit of a long test, it will take about 4 to 5 seconds, and then it will show up on the screen. Okay, so that's the utility of the software.